Listen, I got a Piglet story, so let's get to it. Like, subscribe, and follow us. Boink. And it's not weird either, like the little drawings they have of the Piglet standing by Winnie the Pooh, and he goes, Pooh, I don't know what happened. All of your honey just fell on me. Those were not his best last words, but they were his last words. Or you've got the panel where Piglet and Pooh are sitting by a fire.
Yeah.
And then it's just Pooh. Sometimes he regretted it, but the sandwich tasted so good. Anyway, so I have a Piglet story, and I don't know if Winnie the Pooh's in there somewhere, but we'll find out.
Okay.
I do have someone named Picklesworth.
Oh, this is very good.
And that's just worth the price of admission. So if you like this sort of really intelligent stuff, like, subscribe, and follow us. You can comment wherever you find us. We'd love that. And if you find a story that's weird, strange, bizarre, or you think we just find weird, strange, and bizarre, TITR@netradio.thenetwork. No, sorry. I know better. TITR@netradio.network. You would think.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
Speaking of piglets, Flathead Bacon Police Blotter.
Flathead bacon?
Well, I was trying to do a transition there.
Oh, I'm hungry.
1:31 a.m.
And pigs are such a magical animal.
An officer pulled over a suspicious person who turned out to be delivering newspapers.
Well, I can see why they still have newspapers?
Yeah.
I mean, delivery.
Who delivers them?
I know you can get them like by subscription.
Yeah.
Wow. I delivered them for years, but that was back when
So did I when I was a kid.
I had to ride to school in my dinosaur. But that was only in the last months. He didn't want to go out in the cold.
2:17 a.m. Someone reported their shoes had gone missing. $7:50 a.m.
Why am I thinking of whose bed have your boots been under?
7:50 a.m. While out for a walk on a bike path, two women were almost stabbed by a third woman. This is why you don't let women out alone.
Especially with knives. Was almost stabbed?
Almost stabbed. It's,
Is that like being she was nearly murdered?
Yeah. 2:45 p.m. When told not to use the alleyway as a toilet, a man responded by breaking a bottle and using it as a threatening weapon.
Well?
He was told, well, look, you can't do that either. 3:47 p.m. Someone wasn't sure if they'd heard a series of gunshots, people screaming, or loud birds. We're going to send someone over there to make sure of something.
Not exactly sure what. Wouldn't you love that one? Hey, dude, you want to run up? No, I don't.
I don't want to know what this is.
Piglet.
Free.
Thank you. Got a second chance at life back in May, according to KVVU.
KVU or KView?
Cave View, I suppose. Who knows? Lars Gradell, Rebecca Zayak, and her son Colton drove along the interstate that day near Los Wages. They witnessed a baby pig being thrown from a truck, where they uttered the immortal words, "We saw a pig fly out of the side of a truck, and he tumbled about 10, 15 times down the side of the freeway." Gradell said they stopped to rescue the piglet, who didn't seem to be hurt. They named him Lucky. I'd have named him Clark. He flew.
Oh, there is that. Yeah.
Super
Very
pig.
good. Super pig. Pigs in space.
He was given a new home at...
See?
Oh, isn't Link the captain?
Yes. Link was the captain of Pigs in Space.
Oh, and see, once again, pigs are such magical animals. Lucky was given a new home at the All Friends Animal Sanctuary, where he'll eventually meet fellow porcine, Mr. Picklesworth. Rats, we should have made him into a bat pig then.
Right.
Because Picklesworth would be pretty close to...
Pennyworth.
Yeah, close.
Yeah.
According to Tara Pike, who founded the sanctuary, Lucky's going to be wallowing in mud and rooting around in the ground and eating watermelon and popsicles in the summer. So would that be like, having cotton candy and unicorns kind of thing?
I think so.
For a pig.
Yeah.
Lit.
Mm.
And I can now say that actually pigs can fly because I have remember I used to use that. I've got 3 different pigs with wings statues. And
Yes, you do.
One's made of iron. So I'm thinking they're mocking me.
Needs a motor.
Pigs can fly. Well, maybe not so much fly as falling with style.
Parking mad.
Magazine? Or angry?
One Friday night, I came home from work to find that someone on our block is having a large party, and someone has decided that they are entitled to park in my driveway. A single car width, lined with a retaining wall on both sides and a garage at the end. Essentially impossible for a tow truck to come pull them out without property damage. Seeing this and the lack of street parking, I take this as a cue to park right behind them in my driveway. A few hours go by, and the entitled parker's now knocking at my door. Move so I can leave. Seeing as she was demanding, I've been drinking, so I can't move it. Fine, then I'm calling the police. When the police knock at my door, I'm sure to grab a beer from the fridge before I answer to talk to the officer. After I got home, I started unwinding. I've been drinking and am in no shape to drive. And that's verbatim, I might add. At that point, their hands were tied because they couldn't tow her car out. I was in no shape to drive, and I was legally parked in my driveway. I ended up telling the entitled parker that since it was a long weekend, I'd be on a weekend-long bender, and they could come move their car after I went to work on Tuesday. After the first few sightings of the parker, it was a relatively peaceful weekend, and I did a lot of diagnostic tests on liver performance. I contemplated the idea of working from home on Tuesday, but
Of course you did.
But ultimately decided I'd had enough fun with this and went to work. My neighbor said they saw the Parkers sheepishly come around about 8 o'clock in the morning to retrieve their car and leave without incident.
So now that would be the drive of shame.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Nice.
We are a weird species.
Yes, we are.
You heard of Coffee Smile? It's a cafe chain in Russia.
No, never
They
heard
seem
of
to
it.
be sort of social media savvy.
Oh, really?
The owner is Maxim Kobelev. Put up posters in his stores last spring that announced plans to start offering human breast milk in their lattes and cappuccinos. I'm just going to let that sit for a minute while your tummy rumbles. Oddity
Well,
Central.
I don't know that I can be really upset with them offering it. I don't even think I can do this joke.
Nope, don't.
Just rather go to the source.
Oddity Central report. Oddity Central reported that Kobelev claimed to have contracted with lactating moms whose milk is tested for safety.
I wonder how they do that.
One supplier said in a promotional video, one supplier, so that would be the mom.
Mm-hmm.
The child only eats a little bit. So I thought, why not earn some extra money? I even made coffee with my breast milk for my husband. He liked it.
Would you like some milk with that? Sure, I'll take a squirt or two.
So now that half of us are just a little bit rumbly in the tumbly, the other half of us are going, maybe. Turns out it's all an attention-seeking hoax, the bastards. Yeah.
I'm never going to Russia again.
There were many. When's the last time you were in Russia?
Well, I've never been.
So why go now?
Right.
There were many of my friends who wanted to try this coffee. He said, for them, I prepared a drink with a mixture of goat and almond milk. Taste is very similar. I don't want to know how he knows. Oh, never mind. He's going to tell me. I know this because as the father of 2 children, I've tasted the real thing. You know how I was hungry before?
Yeah.
I'm no longer thirsty at all.
Wonder if there's such a thing as a spigot implant.
Go to your room.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.